In this video I am demoing my alternate tuning in open fifths. I have built this guitar using a first price kit from Thomann, nothing crazy in the electronic for this one. Just a neck pickup volume. I think it's a better alternative to the 7-way Strat wiring, also named the Gilmore switch. But it's not useful on this guitar because the open fifths alternate tuning is so low that I only use the bridge pickup. I didn't build this guitar to be used for this alternate tuning in the first place. The tuning is F, C, G, D, A, and E, going up in fifths or going down in fourths. I had the idea of this strange tuning when I turned into mandolin playing. Playing in fifths pleased me right away. The open string mandolin reminded me of the violin instantly. I also find out that tuning in fifths forces you to play more arpeggios. Traditional guitar tuning is more scale oriented, and playing arpeggios is tougher. Phrasing using arpeggios is a lot more melodic because the distance between each note is more significant. As a result, it's easier to memorize the theme and it is much stronger melodically. People under the shower are not singing the chromatic scale but regular tunes which are always based on arpeggios. Low tuning is tailor-made for metal music, but instead of having a low C or B, I have a low F, which is the semitone higher than the lowest note on the regular 4-strings bass. I'm going to demo the guitar with a clean sound, and I play the metal song from the intro at the end of the video. At first you can play it like a mandolin. If you use the first 4 strings, you have the basic 4 chords everybody learned when you start playing mandolin, which is G, C, D, and G. Suppose you play the 4th string in the middle, from the C string up to the A string, from here to here. It's like playing a mandola or a mandocello, so the same position renders C, F, G, and C. And if you repeat the same process on the 4 lower strings, you have F, B flat, C, and F. The fantastic thing with this tuning is that every fingering is playable on every string. If you find a fingering that you like, you can transpose it everywhere on the neck, so it's always going to work. On the other side, playing like a regular guitar is extremely difficult, if not impossible. For example, just playing a major scale or the chromatic scale is tricky. For example, this is the chromatic scale. And the jump you have to do with your left hand is so big that it's impossible to play as fast as a regular guitar. It is much more challenging than a mandolin because the neck is a lot longer. Intervals are huge. You have to adapt to this new instrument and play music composed for it, not try to play regular guitar music. Finding your notes is relatively easy, except for the 2 bass strings. All the other strings are in the traditional tuning, only the order is different. Instead of having G, D, A, and E, you have A, D, G, and E. So to find your notes on those strings is easy. It's like a guitar, but just the order is different. And for the other 2 strings, the F and the C strings, they are both a semitone up than the regular low E and the regular B strings. So for example, It says normally this is an F string, but it's just a semitone higher than the low E on the guitar. So instead of having E, F, and G, you have F, F sharp, G, G sharp, etc., etc. And this note is a C note. It's like here you have on a regular guitar tuning you have a B string. So here it's instead of having C, B, C, D, B, C, D, you have C, D, E, F. So it's quite easy to adapt pretty fast. The only problem I have is the low F string. I use the biggest guitar string possible and it's still too soft. So if I hit the string too hard, it is out of key. Like it doesn't sound like an F, it sounds like whatever note. I used the biggest guitar string possible and it's a bit tricky. But I'm going to build a 30-inch guitar neck and to replace this one, I'm sure it's going to solve the problem, because with 3 extra inches, the tension of the string should be perfect. I'm going to play the metal song from the beginning, from the intro that I wrote on in F key, and with this guitar only. The only other instrument, it's my 5-string bass, and all the other part have been played with this guitar. And pretty simple, pretty effective, big low metal sound for the rhythm riff. It's not totally metal because I'm not a metal player by any means. I'm more jazz fusion, blues, whatever. But still, I like it. And if you're a real metal player, you can hear that possibility you can have with this type of alternate tuning, and you should give it a try. It's easy to do on a regular guitar. You just change your strings and that's it. It's nothing, if you don't like it, you just revert to the regular string and that's it. But I really like it. You have to get used to it, but the phrasing and the melody you are playing are totally different from a regular tuning, so it's open up your mind, and the way you play music is totally different. And when after that you go back to a regular guitar tuning or another alternate tuning like open G or everything, you are not playing the same way because you discovered riffs and pattern on this guitar that you never had idea to do on another guitar tuning. So even if you are not using this tuning like for your main guitar, which is my case up to now, for now, it gives you a lot of idea to, and when you go back to the regular guitar, I try instinctively to play those new riffs, and I don't play the same on both instruments, so it's nice. The one instrument helps the other one to get different and to learn new things and to find new avenue of playing.